Paul Heyman moves on from Roman Reigns to manage top AEW star. The best and worst of WWE Raw. WWE teases Kevin Owens' replacement on Raw. Logan Paul makes highly controversial comments against 53-year-old legend's work. Seth Rollins provides an upsetting update about his WWE future on Raw. Triple H makes a huge error with LA Knight on Raw. Roman Reigns sends a message after WWE breaks historic record. Let's jump right into it. The best and worst of WWE Raw. As the road to Payback 2023 looks clear, another episode of WWE Raw is in the books. This was a solid show that enhanced a few feuds heading into the premium live event, but one segment in particular did not go as well as hoped. This review features the likes of Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, The Judgment Day, Becky Lynch, and more. So without further ado, let's look at the biggest positives and negatives from tonight's episode of WWE Raw. Number 3. Best, Kevin Owens is back. WWE Raw kicked off with a happy homecoming as Sami Zayn came out with an unbelievable reaction from the fans in Quebec City. Kevin Owens quickly followed, saving his tag team partner from a certain beatdown from the Judgment Day. This was KO's first WWE Raw appearance since being written off due to a fractured rib. Owens and Zayn took on Finn Balor and Damian Priest in the main event before things got silly and repetitive. An early disqualification led to, you guessed it, a 6-man tag team match. Number 2. Worst, every single week. Every week, WWE Raw ends with a match between the Judgment Day and any combination of Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes. It does work to an extent as all wrestlers involved are over. However, we've seen these tag team matches so many times in every variation possible, sometimes with Seth Rollins included. This time, Rhodes teamed with the tag team champions against the Judgment Day trio. The Babyfaces won and stood tall to end WWE Raw, while the tension continued between Finn Balor and Damian Priest. JG McDonough's involvement between them is also interesting, with several possibilities going forward. However, it would be nice if something else main events on Monday nights. The Judgment Day doesn't need to end the show every single week. Number 2. Best, is the end near for Seth Rollins' world title reign? We don't mean it in a bad way. Seth Rollins speaking about his spinal injury has added jeopardy to his title reign, which makes things interesting going forward. The Visionary has had back issues for a few years, with him previously speaking about. However, the World Heavyweight Champion revealed just how bad they are on WWE Raw. Rollins has been living with 2 fractures in his lumbar spine. It was refreshing to see him get so honest about his condition. This was a result of Shinsuke Nakamura whispering, "I know about your back," to Seth Rollins. He is now on the back foot and potentially overdue a hiatus. This means a World Heavyweight title change could be coming soon, be it through Nakamura, Damian Priest, or anyone else. Number 1. Worst, Onsen Callis. WWE Raw featured one of the most awkward promo segments in recent weeks between Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch. For some reason, the Canadian star never seemed to get going after laying a few cute insults on Quebec City. The fans brutally chanted in French that they didn't care, which seemed to fluster Stratus. Lynch did fine with her bit of the promo, even attempting to help her rival through. While the man did well to recover the segment, it was still quite awkward. Hopefully, Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus can end their feud on a high when they meet in a steel cage match at Payback. The two legends need that one excellent match to define their rivalry. Number 1. Best, Chad Gable defeats Gunther on WWE Raw. The ring general is still the Intercontinental Champion, but he will have to defend his title against Gable again. This is a good thing, as the two had a great match on WWE Raw. It turned brutal when Gunther started chopping his challenger all over the place. However, the highlight of the match was Chad Gable's German suplex over the barricade. It was picture perfect and led to the countout win. Could the Alpha Academy leader go one step further and dethrone the ring general at Payback? We shall see. WWE teases Kevin Owens' replacement on Raw. This week on Raw, Kevin Owens returned to the red brand as he attacked the Judgment Day to open the show. Later in the main event, Owens teamed up with Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes to face Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. Many in the WWE universe look forward to witnessing this match. In a good back-and-forth contest, the team of Owens, Zayn, and Rhodes triumphed over the Judgment Day. This was a good look for the trio, especially for Owens, who was returning from injury. However, there seems to be one small problem. After the match, Owens seems to have gotten injured yet again. While this will need confirmation, WWE already appears to have teased a replacement if that's the case. If Owens needs time to recover, it looks like Cody Rhodes will team up with Sami Zayn to defend the Tag Team Championship. This scenario could be similar to Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. While Owens' injury is mere speculation based on how he looked after his match on Raw, the WWE Universe will hope to see him remain fit and compete regularly. Apart from the news of Kevin Owens' injury and return, the 39-year-old's WWE contract expiring is another important issue that has grabbed the headlines. Many believe once Owens' contract is up, he might either go to AEW or retire. However, a wrestling journalist recently shunned the rumor of Owens retiring. Recently, Dave Meltzer commented that he couldn't imagine a situation where Kevin Owens wouldn't get a renewal from WWE. The wrestling journalist also spoke about the possibility of AEW signing Owens. Shunning the rumors of Owens retiring, Meltzer said, "Owens, when he signed his 3-year deal 18 months ago, was one of the highest paid wrestlers in the company. I can't imagine he won't get a renewal. If AEW AEW it's a strong next TV deal, and that's not a lock with the rapidly changing state of television. One would think Owens could get a great deal there as well, so unless he wants out, because his body is giving out, I can't see his career being over anytime soon. Once Owens' contract is up, it will be interesting to see what the 39-year-old does with his future. Over the years, Kevin Owens has been an integral part of WWE. If he chooses to stay with the Stamford-based promotion, it will be interesting to see what he achieves. Logan Paul makes highly controversial comments against 53-year-old legend's work. Logan Paul is under serious fire on social media after his latest comments on Christopher Nolan's critically acclaimed hit Oppenheimer. On the latest episode of the Impulsive podcast, the WWE star discussed the 53-year-old legend Christopher Nolan's latest movie Oppenheimer and revealed that he walked out of the movie screening. Why did he do it? Because there was a lot of talking. You read that right. Halfway into the film, Logan Paul revealed that the lack of action and more dialogue turned him off and made him leave. I didn't know what they were trying to do. What are you doing? Everyone's just talking. It's just an hour and a half, 90 minutes of talking, just talking. It's all exposition. Nothing happened. He also revealed that he was considering walking out of the hit film Interstellar just 18 minutes into the movie, but stuck with it. Now it's one of his top 3 films of all time. After a successful outing at Detroit for SummerSlam 2023, Logan Paul looks like he will be getting back into the world of boxing, facing MMA fighter Dylan Dennis. Dennis has been in the headlines and on many of X's top-like tweets after ripping Paul apart over his relationship with Nina Agdal. It's been polarizing but entertaining for many to watch as he has posted photos of Paul's fiancée with several different men, forcing the social media megastar to turn off his social media comments. Dennis is now in London and will see Paul face to face, so it will be interesting to see how things play out when they finally meet. They are expected to co-headline the show, with YouTuber KSI facing Tommy Fury in the main event. Because of Dennis' antics on X/Twitter, many feel his fight against Logan Paul should headline the show. Who do you think should headline the show? Sound off in the comments section below. Triple H makes a huge error with LA Knight on Raw. LA Knight is one of WWE's hottest stars, and Triple H knows that. However, his handling of the megastar has been far from perfect, and you may have just made another potentially huge error with him on Raw this week. The August 21st episode of Raw saw the Miz face Akira Tozawa, a man who hadn't won a singles match on Raw since 2017. He also has the distinct honor of being the only man so far to be defeated by Rhea Ripley in his singles match. That's why everybody assumed that the Miz would be winning. Instead, LA Knight's interference eventually led to Tozawa defeating 2-time Grand Slam champion The Miz. Given Tozawa's status as an enhancement talent, it looks like Triple H made a massive error by having him defeat a legend like The Miz. It instantly devalues LA Knight's inevitable win over the A-lister. The Miz has always done what he has been told, but there is no denying that he shouldn't be losing to enhancement talent. It isn't a knock on Tozawa, but he fits the comedic role better. Because Triple H decided to have The Miz lose, LA Knight won't benefit when he eventually beats him. What do you think? Was it the wrong decision to have Tozawa win on Raw? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Seth Rollins provides an upsetting update about his WWE future on Raw. Seth Rollins cast some serious doubt on his WWE future after Shinsuke Nakamura announced a shocking revelation about the World Heavyweight Champion's back injury. The Visionary addressed it backstage. Rollins and Nakamura are set to battle at Payback 2023 for the World Heavyweight Championship. Last week, the latter whispered something in Rollins' ear, leaving the world champion shocked before getting attacked. On Raw this week, Nakamura got personal with Rollins and exposed his back injury. Later in interviews, Seth Rollins cast doubt on his WWE future by revealing that he has 2 fractures in his lumbar spine and has had the injury since 2019. If we're being completely open here, I do have 2 fractures in my lumbar spine. I have been living with that injury for over 4 years and it doesn't get better by itself. As a matter of fact, it gets worse. The truth is, I don't really know what the end game is. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do this at the level I'm currently running at. You know what? That's part of the gig, he said. He added that it's also part of the gig for Nakamura to get personal, but didn't appreciate his comments about being unable to pick up his daughter or hug his wife, Becky Lynch. Things got personal, but Seth Rollins still vowed to get the better of Nakamura and push as hard and long as possible. Are you Team Nakamura or Team Rollins? Let us know in the comments section below. Roman Reigns predicted his WWE future. Fans are dumbstruck over an old promo of Roman Reigns where he can be seen making a massive prediction. Reigns is the biggest heel in the company today. He's been ruling the main roster for about 3 years now and will go down as one of the biggest villains in WWE history. Years ago, there was a long stretch of time when Roman Reigns was heavily pushed as a babyface and fans were having none of it. Back then, Reigns was the most polarizing figure in all of WWE. An old in-ring promo of Reigns is now making the rounds on Twitter. In the clip, Renee Paquette can be seen interviewing the Tribal Chief. Here's what the big dog said in his promo, and even John Cena. "When I was with the Shield, we ran this yard. Nothing changes for the big dog, I still run this yard. And when I win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, I take my rightful place as the head of the table." Believe that. Reigns' old promo garnered tons of reactions from fans on Twitter. Many were of the opinion that the big dog predicted the future during the promo in question. It won't be a stretch to call Roman Reigns one of the best mic workers in the promotion today. He has cut some of the best promos of his career during his 3-year run as the Tribal Chief. It's been about 3 years since Reigns won the Universal title at WWE Payback. He currently holds the undisputed WWE Universal title and recently defeated Jey Uso at SummerSlam 2023 to retain the coveted belt. What do you think of this throwback promo? Were you a fan of the big dog? Sound it off in the comment section below. Roman Reigns sends a message after WWE breaks historic record. WWE has smashed multiple attendance records over the last few months, and Roman Reigns has been at the center of it all. The Tribal Chief sent a forward message after the company broke yet another record with WrestleMania 40 ticket sales. WWE has been flourishing under the regime of Triple H and has broken multiple attendance and gate records over the last year. The company recently announced that the upcoming WrestleMania in 2024 has set an all-time gate record with over 90,000 tickets already sold for the event that will take place next year in Philadelphia. Roman Reigns, who is most likely to headline the event, reacted to the news with a forward message. The Tribal Chief seemingly took credit for the historic feat. Roman Reigns has been absolutely dominant in WWE over the last 3 years. However, Cody Rhodes came fairly close to defeating him at WrestleMania 39, only to come up short. While the American Nightmare could not finish his story at the Showcase of Immortals this year, speculations are that he will get another chance next year in Philadelphia. With Jimmy and Jey Uso no longer by the Tribal Chief's side, things could turn out differently for Rhodes this time. Eric Bischoff also commented on the possible confrontation between the two, stating that WWE should keep both men apart till WrestleMania 40. "I keep him away from Roman Reigns, keep the belt on Roman Reigns, put as much heat on Reigns as you could possibly keep on him, and now let's see what happens at WrestleMania." But that's a story, and it's gonna be fascinating for someone like me who appreciates story and, by the way, who can recognize what a story actually is versus what you want to say a story is. Keep it alive, keep it apart, let it happen. Keep the heat on Roman. You've gone this far, don't give up now. Keep it going. Reigns was last seen in action at SummerSlam, where he defeated Jey Uso in tribal combat. Roman also suffered an injury at the event and is likely to be sidelined for some time. Cody Rhodes, meanwhile, is fresh off a victory over Brock Lesnar and is the company's biggest babyface in the last few years. It's still unclear what's in store for the American Nightmare in the near future. Paul Heyman moves on from Roman Reigns to manage top AEW star. The myth of being a Paul Heyman guy was tarnished in the early 10s when several WWE superstars floundered despite their association with the veteran. While CM Punk was already an established name when Heyman managed him during this time, the latter's greatest contribution was being the advocate to Brock Lesnar. All of that changed during the pandemic as the Beast incarnate quietly retired following WrestleMania 36, and Paul Heyman surprised the wrestling world by uniting with Roman Reigns, who was, up until that point, a babyface. The Wiseman and the Tribal Chief are still going strong in 2023, but if history has taught us anything, it's that the veteran will eventually turn on Reigns. When the question was raised who Paul Heyman should manage next, several names were brought up, including Ronda Rousey, Solo Sikoa, and current AEW star MJF. While a section of fans are convinced if Ronda Rousey returns, then she needs to align with Heyman, there were surprisingly a large number of people online that voted for Austin Theory. The members of the Judgment Day were also thrown into the mix: Dominic Mysterio, Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and even Rhea Ripley. The general sentiment was that it was high time Heyman managed a female WWE superstar. Paul Heyman was the only member of the bloodline that showed up on Friday Night SmackDown this past week in a backstage segment with Caleb Braxton. During the promo, he revealed that Jimmy Uso will return to the blue brand next week. Paul Heyman will forever be remembered for being the pioneer of Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW, and also for his run in the Stanford-based promotion alongside Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns. When current AEW World Champion MJF was interviewed by Sam Roberts on Not Sam Wrestling, he was asked about his relationship with Paul Heyman. "I can't say whether or not we've talked, but what I will say, I've done some Jewish geography. We are distantly related," MJF said. MJF has shown interest in signing with the global juggernaut in the past. However, he has also disclosed that he only cares about money, and it doesn't matter which company he wrestles for. What are your thoughts on Paul Heyman leaving Roman Reigns in the not-too-distant future and MJF potentially making a move to WWE? Sound off in the comments section below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me